All right, today on Chaos in the Garden, this is going to be the best episode yet because my dream come true is about to happen. I'm building a Roman road. Fall is in the air here in the bluegrass. The gardens are put up. Now it's time to turn to hardscapes, and what I have in mind is going to blow your mind. I'll show you what I'm doing. Come on. At the end of the driveway, we have a long farm drive. The house is there. We have cottages and gardens all over the place. But what I really want is a pathway that can go from here down to our log cabin, because in the fall and the winter is when we do a lot of entertaining. We have bonfires all over Europe, England, Western Europe, and even parts of Northern Africa are connected by these Roman roads. They're not really neat. It's a utility road. These little pathways were made of limestone. We're here in Lexington, Kentucky, and guess what? Underneath this bluegrass, all limestone. Here's a nice flat limestone. These are good for borders and little paths, but for a true Roman road, it's gotta be beefy and it's gotta be flat. And I don't have a lot around here, and I'm not gonna go to a stone yard and buy them. I found a lady, she lives way out in this holler. I'm gonna buy a crap ton of them from her. Let's go. Chaos in the Garden. I think it's about 40 miles to get to where Kathy is in her holler. Jesus. Where the heck are we? And you can see just the limestone canyons on this road. The water just came rushing through here back in the day, but that's why there's so much beautiful rock out here. I think we're probably below sea level down here. Look at all these. That's all limestone. Yes, please. You see this creek? This is the creek bottom. And you can tell from erosion that it's just gotten down to the very base of the limestone. And you can see that this whole area underneath it, that's what it is, limestone. And that's what I seek. It is dark and rainy out here. I mean, it just feels like we're getting deeper and deeper into the holler. I told you it was a holler.
Nice to meet you.
I'm obsessed with rocks, and everyone knows it. And to me, they're sacred, and you sort of have to get the right ones that have been handled and have been plucked. And my friend Kathy does that. And anybody can go to a stone yard or to a big box store and buy rocks, but to get them from her is an honor. First, let's have a look around.
These came from about 10 miles up the road. They were the foundation rock. They've been hand worked. More than likely came from the bottom of the Kentucky River, from the riverbed, which was probably a half mile from where this site was, up on top of this hill and laid by hand. I just can't comprehend how it was done, but they did it. The house was built in 1881.
And guess what? Our house is 1881 too.
Oh,
So
that
it's all
is
gonna fit. It's all gonna fit in together.
perfect.
This sweet woman that you're talking to, that you're looking at right now, you pull these rocks out. You demolish these buildings by hand and put the things in.
I kind of call it deconstructing. I said, what are y'all going to do with the foundation? Oh, well, we're just going to push it over the hill with the bulldozer. We've got a sinkhole over here. And it was like, no, please, let me get somebody and we'll haul them out of here. They served real well for 130 some odd years, so they're fixing to work some more. I'm excited that they're going to serve another good purpose.
Do you think I'm crazy because I love rocks?
No, I don't. You love rocks.
He does love rocks.
Preserving and reusing stuff.
All right, show us our rocks.
Okay.
Look at that one.
That's a big rock.
That's a gorgeous rock. So the reason why I want and I love these rocks is because you can tell that they've been worked. They're not just dug up out of a field. they're kind of cut to size, but without it being too precise. So these were in a foundation somewhere. Look at this one, a perfect rectangle. And it's even got tar or burn marks on it, but these rocks can tell a story. You can't go anywhere and buy these rocks, and why would you when you have these things? Look at this. You want to build a Roman road, you got to do as the Romans do. I'm crazy, right? But they're all beautiful. This one looks different now. It does. Kathy, why is this one different?
Well, this is what they refer to as the Kentucky River marble. It's a denser limestone. A lot of times it's patterned because it did come from the bottom of the river and was quarried by hand.
But I love rocks.
These are so interesting.
They're beautiful. So these are my stones. You can see big giant foundation rocks. Just got a ton of them. And we're loading them into that trailer. What I've started to do is dig out a path. I used a garden hose to kind of shape it. It's about 4 inches deep. I used a piece of equipment and did a lot of it by hand. Piled up the dirt there because it's so good. These are some limestone treads that I dug up from in front of the house. They're priceless artifacts to this house. But I built this little steps that go down, and it'll go right to the cabin. Beautiful day out here on Muir Hill, and the Roman road has begun. First stone is Kentucky River marble. It's a statement piece. Just putting the jigsaw puzzle together, and this is how it's supposed to look, right? With these spaces between it, like it's been here for 1,000 years. We got a big one going in. Look at that. Okay, it's called Chaos in the Garden, but really on our Roman road, this is 2 days worth of work. We dug it out, put down a base, and kind of placed these by hand. And I know that it seems like chaos and that we're moving really fast, but I want you to know that it's actually kind of peaceful laying these rocks and putting the pieces together. And I really think I need to show you how easy it is and what the process is like. After you dig out what you want, you get down to a dirt base and you get it soft. I want an edge to go along, so you just kind of fish around for rocks that are gonna support your edge, right? And then you take this Class I sand, which really just serves to hold the contours of the rocks and hold them in place. And we pack it underneath and then kind of tap the rocks down so that they won't move before covering them with dirt so that we can grow our plants in between. But it really is this easy. Once we have 2 or 3 inches of this down, and you move it around, and then you find a rock that might support this edge, right? This has a nice straight edge and it'll kind of fill in around here. You take it and you put it into place, and you want to just make sure that it's level, and if it needs to come down a little bit, it's as easy as this, really, people. And people look at me always and they think chaos, 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 because I move so fast. But here's the zen part of it, man. I'm just laying rocks, getting my edge straight, and I'll put a little something in here, getting my edge straight, and then packing this around, and then getting it so it's stable and that my line continues to go. And then you just repeat and just keep going. And if you don't like one, pull it up. So chaos in the garden has really turned into zen and peace in the garden, because I love working with rocks, and this ain't hard, people. It just takes a little bit of work. This is about 60 feet so far. We're going 100, 2 days worth of work. So you just keep working it until you get to the bottom. My beautiful Roman road is done. Can you believe it? We went out to the middle of nowhere and met with that frontier lady and got the rocks that were from the church, and we hauled them back here. We dug it up, we laid them down so that it looks like a Roman road. It took a while, but my dream has come true. Now we have the border set up, my rocks are in, and I just wanted to show you that I planted this blue star creeper in between the rocks, so it looks just like when you're walking around Italy or walking around Spain or any of these places where the Romans built their roads. Man, if you like this kind of stuff, always subscribe or like or send me messages or whatever. I'm here for you. Chaos in the garden.